Well, hello everybody. Uh, we've returned back to the Tintic Standard Reduction Mill. It's an abandoned mine processing facility. Right now we're heading along this warm spring, and you can see there's some steam coming off of the water there, which is because the water is warm. You also notice there's cattle walking along this sort of walkway that they've kind of built between that pond and I guess a feeding area for the cattle. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. So this is south of the mine. I just kind of wanted to give you a feeling of the area first. So we're heading back towards the mine, and actually we're above it now. Mine processing facility, I should say. And you can see it in the center towards the bottom left, and we'll be passing over that. We'll come back to it in just a moment. Again, I wanted to give you kind of a feel for the area around it. So heading back, and you can see in the distance where we were just at the where the cattle were at. So coming in to get a little closer look at it. I've been to this place before. Some of my older videos with the Phantom 4 will show this place. But this is in the winter time and with snow around it, so it gives it kind of a different look. This was in operation only from like 1920 to 1925. So it's been abandoned for almost 100 years. And since, I guess, about the mid-70s is when the graffiti started to appear. So in the wintertime, with the snow, you get a different kind of lighting, and the colors don't pop quite as much as they do in the summertime. You have more kind of blue lighting. It kind of cools things a little bit. So pressing it a little bit closer. And I'll include some notes to about this place, so you can check out some of the history and what this actually did. Again, it wasn't a mine, and it wasn't the final processing. It was sort of an interim to condense or consolidate to reduce the amount of material they needed to ship for final processing. And you can see there's hardly a square inch that hasn't been tagged. So they built this into the side of a hill, and the rail cars actually stopped at the top, and basically the system operated on gravity. When in operation, all of this was covered with roof. Do kind of a once around so you can get a pretty good look at the whole place. Now, this place is technically off limits, and you can be fined for trespassing. And the reason for that, they say, is that arsenic and some other heavy metals have been found in the water and area around here, so they're doing it for our safety. The odd thing about that, though, is if you noticed at the beginning of the video, cattle were going over to that pond to drink water. It's the same water that flows by this facility, so presumably that's loaded with arsenic, etc. So something's not adding up. Either there is arsenic and other things, in which case the cattle shouldn't be allowed to drink, or that the situation isn't as bad as they're making it out to be, and they're saying that just to keep us from being there. But as you can see, it really isn't keeping people from coming here. Again, I'll include links in the notes section of the video so that you can dig into some more of the history and some of the older pictures of the area. And again, you can see where the cattle are off to the top right. All right, getting close to the end of the video. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and you can check some of the older videos. So thanks for watching.